do I want people to say his legacy? Mark Batterson wrote a book called All In. And in that book, All In, one of the opening chapters or subheadings is called Pack Your Coffins. It's about in the 1800s you had these one-way missionaries who, before they would go to do missionary work in remote parts of the world, they wouldn't pack their suitcases, they would pack their coffins, because they were going into such dangerous places to spread the gospel that many of them knew they wouldn't live to make it back home to their families. And so in Pack Your Coffins, he talks about this one particular missionary named L.W. Milne. L.W. Milne in the 1800s was a missionary that was assigned to do missionary work to an island called South Hebrides Pacific. He goes to South Hebrides Pacific, and he knew he had to pack his coffin. He would probably not make it back home because every missionary before him was killed by the headhunters on the island. He goes instead to do missionary work at this place, wins the natives over, and does missionary work in winning them to Christ for over 30 years. He dies eventually, and they bury him in the middle of their village. And on his epitaph, they write these words: when he came, there was no light. When he left, there was no darkness. That's what I would want people to say about Charles Edward Bond Jr. is that I left here empty. I died empty, knocking a hole out of darkness, trying to do all I could to help all of humanity live up to the love of such a forgiving, long-suffering, loving God. God loved us so much that he bankrupted heaven on our behalf. I like to say that God, in conclusion, is the quintessential, existential amateur at not loving us. So it would almost seem heretical, or it would seem non-sacerdotal to call God an amateur. The all-knowing, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent one. The same one that stepped out into nowhere and looked out into nothing and said, let there be. Created this global ball, dipped it in a dreary mist. The same one that laid the grass as the carpet of the earth and tapped it down with daffodils, daisies, and chrysanthemums, and narcissus flowers. The same one that hung the sun as the golden medallion across the neck of the sky so the moon could print that night. The same one that made a lunar looking glass out of the moon